This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime. In association with Micromax. Nothing like anything.
Hello and welcome to the Rising Stars of Comedy. I'm Akriti Tyagi. Mention stand-up comedy and the only names that flash through your mind are that of male comedians. Our guest for today is one of India's top 3 female comedians. Oh wait, there are only 3 very popular female comedians across the country. She once said, comedy is a lot like social service. If someone leaves my show a little bit happier, honks a little bit less, my job is done. Humor is infectious. Please welcome Neeti Palta.
Give it up for Neeti Palta, all the way from Delhi.
Hello! I really love North Indian men. See, they're so easy to please. I swear, sometimes you brush up against them accidentally, they'll go, hi, maza aa gaya. You know what arranged marriages are, right? When the boy's family falls in love with the girl's family and they live happily ever after.
Hello. Welcome to the show, Neeti. sorry. She said it was awkward. No, it wasn't. So tell us, you were in advertising.
Yes.
How did you get into comedy?
Well, from advertising, I jumped to writing for television.
Okay.
Gully Simpson. And then I happened to be watching this show. You remember Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
So I'd gone for this show at Moria, and Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood were there.
Okay.
And they had this, you know how they take audience participation for different rounds?
Yeah.
There was one round where one guy is playing out a situation for the other, and they take 2 members from the audience to kind of come up on stage and do sound effects. And Brad was trying to tell him about whatever, Spanish bullfighting, and I was providing sound effects. So like, I opened my car door. So I went, eh. And he was like, first I must oil my car door. So he was getting laughs out of the sound effects I was providing. And so I decided, chalo pange lete, let's see how improv their comedy really is. So randomly I started going, so he like, oh, I must also feed my chihuahua. And so I was just going crazy with the sound effects. So when that round finished and there was like a lot of appreciation from the crowd and stuff, Colin actually turned to like this 600-seater and told them, look, we never take women for this. Because women tend to hold the mic and go and just not do anything.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know, but you, and he kept saying, but you, and in the middle of other rounds also. So I think that moment I decided I should try something like this.
You know this, right? Wikipedia says this, that India has the highest number of illiterates in the world. I genuinely think this is bullshit. Because these surveyors have obviously never been to our parks and monuments. Every bugger can write his name. Santos. Some are so educated, full sentence. Santos loves Susila. Pappu loves Sweetie.
Female comedians in India have to literally fight to break the barrier. How have you survived for such a long time?
मेरी कॉमेडी का राज है एक खास क्रीम जो एपिथेलियल लेयर पे लगाइए तो वो अंदर जाके अंदर से आपकी स्किन को करती है थिक और मजबूत और इंसल्ट प्रूफ. ये है मेरी कॉमेडी का राज.
But genuinely.
अरे यार, it's funny because I never really thought कि to be a comedian the qualifying factor has to be that I have to be a man. And so मेरे को किसी ने बताया नहीं कि ये रूल के खिलाफ था. So I started comedy. And yeah, I sometimes, even now when they're introducing me on stage, I get this look that we would give if we saw like an alien doing a backstroke through this pond or something. But it's fun, and there are a lot of pros and cons to being a female comedian. Sometimes you do get noticed because you're a female comedian, and sometimes you don't get noticed in a good way because you're a female comedian. But in fact, recently I got an offer for a gig, and this guy was like, हाँ जी कॉमेडियन चाहिए और आप ना दिखने में ठीक ठाक है तो आप ना एमसी भी कर लेना इवेंट. So I was like, that's not sexist at all. उसको समझ ही नहीं आया.
I have a friend who actually says, don't take advantage of the fact that you're a woman, okay? I'm like, why? Somebody has to. Might as well be me, right? But I have a feminist friend who gets mad, and I get mad too. Ladies, don't we all get mad at those deo spray ads? The male deo spray ads. They spray on a little deo spray and everybody's like, ah. Because in your case, you'd probably only attract a puppy or something like that. So, but my friend is like, you know, what is all this? Yeah, why is it always the skinny women breaking down the door and coming at the man? Where are the fat women at? Don't fat women have a sense of smell? I'm like, aa rahi hai yaar, they're just taking their time getting there.
You have written for Gully Gully Sim Sim. You've also scripted O Teri, the movie. You are a part of a lot of groups across the board. You also came up with Managemental with Amit Tandon recently. And I've obviously seen you perform at Improv Premier League with Nishant and Zakir. How do you juggle so much?
I'm a woman, we multitask. But yeah, it's a kida, and the kida is never shant. So you keep trying out your hands at different things. The movie script happened purely because I was working with this director, who I used to work with in Gully Gully Sim Sim, and we were just chatting over coffee, and we decided, कि यार movie try करते हैं. And that is something I hadn't tried my hand at. And literally over coffee, that movie script came out.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then scripting it, of course, was the harder bit. But I just feel I've been very lucky with that movie because I was a nobody. I had no my baap in Bollywood, and we just pitched it to Pulkit. And next thing he's like, I must talk to my mentor about it. I'm like, कौन है mentor? He's like Salman Khan. थोड़ा shirt वट सीधा करके पहुंच गए हम. We were on the sets of Ekta Tiger, and they're shooting that song Mashallah or Mashab, whatever. Salman's listening to the movie screenplay. It was just unreal. For me, it was completely unreal. I still can't believe it happened. So yeah, that's how O Teri happened. Improv happened because we figured, well, if we are comedians, we have to be funny on the spot. Let's figure out how funny we are on the spot.
Of course.
So we just kept watching a lot of, in fact, Whose Line Is It clips, and tried out a couple of rounds. And it's just that the chemistry kind of clicked. And so, Improv's doing well.
You guys watch CID, right? Kuch gadbad hai, exactly. But they've messed up on a fundamental level. They have that ACP Pradyuman. They have that guy who breaks down doors just because he's got unresolved childhood issues on being given a girl's name, Daya. They should have a woman in the lead. We are natural CID officers. Any married man will tell you we have a natural instinct to know when a man is messing up. More importantly, you know, the crime will never happen again because we will not only catch the criminal and punish him, we will insist on talking about it. Okay, girls, what are we told? If we don't know the boy, what should we call him? Bhaiya. See? Exactly. Honeymoon is really awkward for us, man. People who witnessed a Punjabi wedding, give me a cheer. Right? Like, weddings are to Punjabis what the full moon is to werewolves. Man, there's so much glitter, shitter, lighty, shite at our weddings. I swear to God, one of these days a plane is going to mistake it for an airport runway and come from.
Tell us a bit about yourself, where you come from. Give us a backgrounder.
I'm a Fauji brat.
Okay.
Dad was in the army. I've grown up all over India. And that's why I think per force I just became an extrovert. Because if you're up and about every 1 year, तो कहीं ना कहीं नए दोस्त बनाने पड़ते हैं. And being a Fauji kid, itna stereotype zarur hai. He doesn't have bushy mustache. He doesn't walk around with a gun in his hand and go hui hui. Every time he sees that in Bollywood, he's like, "ऐसा मत करना." But General Saab का ये ज़रूर था. He used to throw me out at 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Every day.
Okay.
During summer break.
Okay. That's your father, I'm guessing.
That's my father.
Okay.
He used to throw me out and he used to say, "Bhago."
Okay.
Like, what are you doing? You're getting fat. Whatever, because I like eating.
Yeah,
so, inevitably, Bhaiya and I would go to the nearby park and we'd pass out.
Okay.
And कोई ना कोई आके बताता था, कर्नल साहब, जनरल साहब, whatever he was at that point, आपके वो 2 बच्चे पड़े हुए थे वहाँ पे. So he was like, whenever we'd come back with grass in our hair and all, he used to think कि मतलब कुछ खेलें हैं. That day he realized कि ये park bench पे सो के आते हैं. उसके बाद से उन्होंने घर के सामने एक बैडमिंटन को लगाया, net, and he used to make us
play badminton.
At 6 in the morning. And of course, the time my grandfather used to come and visit us during summer break, Daddy didn't even have to wake us up because दादाजी ना वो भजन लगाते थे loudly. तो भैया और मैं खुद उठ के भाग जाते. In fact, I credit my brother with me becoming a stand-up comedian finally because I think he's possibly the first guy I ever offended in my life repeatedly.
Honestly.
अरे यार, painful elder brother, बहुत मारता था मेरे को, and so I'd wait for him to get into the loo.
Okay.
He'd shut the loo ka darwaza and I would have written one poem.
Okay.
Like 4 lines, rhyming, limerick, and which were not very flattering to him. And I'd stand outside the door and I'd read out that poem and then run like crazy. The moment I'd hear the flush, I would run like crazy. So I have a talent for earning my bruises.
I remember in college I wanted to hang out with my friends, go to Shimla for a trip. My parents said no. I sulked. That's where it should have ended. पर नहीं. उसके बाद anywhere else I messed up. You know, कुछ भी होता था. कमरे की लाइट बंद करनी नहीं आती. शिमला जाएगी. ट्यूसडे को नॉनवेज छोड़ा नहीं जाता. शिमला जाएगी. And I'm a Fauji's kid, okay? And I remember there was some, Fauji kids in the audience. Awesome. So you remember at some point there was some tension at the border. My dad was going there, mummy was worried. And my dad is trying to make her feel better the only way a Fauji man would. Don't worry, darling. I will call you from Lahore. And I'm like, ले, मम्मी से जीता नहीं जाता, पाकिस्तान हराओगे. Find solutions in your culture. Like people say traffic is a problem, nobody stops at signals. I'm like, why are you wasting money on signals? Use your superstitions. Hire a bunch of Kali Billy, leave them on the road, everybody will stop. People say rash overtaking is a problem. I'm like, bhai, put a sticker behind every car. This car is a Manglik.